Okay, so in the last class we saw the framework without any report generation. So today we'll see some report, how to generate reports and all. After this, we also look into the API automation, so that it will be done for today. Okay. Uh, Here, okay. I have found uh, an article where it says how to generate the reports. So basically, we'll follow this and try to generate the report, yeah, for ourselves. So here we already have this package, okay, and to generate HTML, we need to write this code, copy and paste this code. But here I can't copy because it says I think it's JPEG format. So yeah, so I'll type type it on my end. Yeah, so this should be in package.json file. Okay, so here they have given here. So in package.json file, we need to write this. Yeah, so okay, we'll go here in package.json. We have already have all these dependencies, so I'm writing here. Maybe I can write here as well. So here generally they as Cypress Cucumber preprocessor is the one we are writing. So Cypress Cucumber preprocessor, and for this we write the options. So here non-global step definitions false. Non-global step definitions is false. And step definitions, we need to write where our step definitions are. So step definitions so our step definitions are under there is a subset step definition folder here, step definitions under inside the support. So from the current, so it will be from the current directory dot, we have we are going into Cypress, right? Cypress, and then from there we are going into support. From there we have step definitions, step underscore definitions is a folder. Okay, so start we have written step definitions as step.js, right? Steps.js. So star dot steps.js, star dot. There can be many step definition files, right? So steps, so star dot steps.js. So that's what we are saying. You can also say directly star.js, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, so here after this, here we have HTML enabled true. Okay, so you're saying HTML enabled, enabled, so, true. Okay, so this is the this is one change. So now we can, if we execute what he's saying, so if we execute our Cypress Cucumber features, right, the HTML report will be generated in the root directory of the project with the name cucumber report.html. Okay, so this it will be so let's execute and see if it generates cucumber. Okay, so here Cypress, I can just say Cypress run, sorry, npx Cypress run, npx Cypress run. Instead of open, I'm saying run. Okay, to run in the terminal instead of the browser. So it should run the feature files and it should generate a HTML report. So invalid login is parameterized, so it is passing. This is also passed. So yeah, now it should login dot feature. Okay, I think we have done two feature files. Is it? This feature file we have two scenarios. Yeah, we have two feature files, right? So last time we created with parameterized and without parameterized, right? So yeah, we have two feature files and yeah, it is running both the functionalities. So two scenarios here as well. So yeah, finally, if you so we need to see cucumber report.html. Yeah, so this is the HTML cucumber report.html. I think we can open it from here. Cucumber report. Okay, I don't think in Windows it is easy, but here it's Mac, right? So let's see in the okay. So ours is Cypress-BDD Framework. So here inside here we have Cucumber HTML report. So I can open this with Chrome, right? Open this Chrome, it generates a report. So if you see, we have the feature files and yeah, it is giving what examples and things like that. Yeah. So yeah, so here we can see both the reports. Now this one, so this is how we generate the reports. Okay, but there is another way where we can create more uh, different way of creating the reports. Like we can generate this kind of reports. He's saying. Okay, so for this we need to do some configurations and he proposed few of the things that we need to do in order to get that report. Okay, so let's do that as well, because in general we have this is more we get what environment, the status, the browser we used, how many tests failed and passed. So this is different way of looking at the report and different details we can get here. Okay, so for that we generally in real time we generally use this. Okay, so for that let's see how to do that. So we are till here, uh, we got yeah, sorry, we got the report. Right now let's see what it is proposing. So we need to have a JSON formatter. Okay, so he's saying create a JSON formatter and folder and copy the download this Cucumber JSON formatter. So when you click this one, the JSON formatter and how to install this formatter can be found here. So when you click this, I'm getting this one. Okay, so in here this is a GitHub repo. So here you'll find the JSON formatter is it can be downloadable. Okay, so when I click this, when I click this, it will show this one. Okay, so here I can download this formatter because it is getting downloaded, I suppose. Yeah, it's downloaded. Okay, so if I go to the file, so this is the downloaded, the formatter that has been downloaded. So what we have to do after this? So once we download, for Mac OS we have to do these things, okay, in order to, okay, and for the Windows we need to do these things. Okay, so because I'm using Mac, I'm doing this one, right? So he's saying rename it to this Cucumber JSON formatter. Okay, so I'm copying that and I'm pasting this. So I'm converted it to Cucumber JSON formatter. Right now, move it to a directory that's on your path. Okay, so we need to move this to our directory. So I'm copying and pasting it here. Okay, here uh, he asked us to create a folder with the name JSON formatter, right? New folder JSON formatter, and in this JSON formatter I'm placing this file. Yeah, now if I see here, I need to see the JSON formatter, and under this we have JSON Cucumber JSON formatter file. Okay, so after this what we need to, it is saying we need to make it an executable with this command. Okay, so this is the command I'm using, and so C what is it? Okay, I'm copying this. So here this file is under JSON formatter, right? So JSON formatter slash Cucumber JSON formatter. Okay, so when I do this, I'll get a, I think sorry, here in the system preferences, I'll see in the security and privacy, I think it will ask. Okay, it didn't ask anything. Maybe it asks now. Okay, Cucumber JSON formatter help. Let's see if it is there. Okay. Yeah. So it is. It is not giving any error, right? So it is there. Okay. Actually, if it is not there, we need to move it in the bin file. Okay. If it is not there, but if it doesn't give any error, that's fine. Okay. But generally what happens is it may, in this here you need to give permission to execute that command, right? So sometimes the security and things they will ask, but I tried it before, this I think a week before. At the time it is showing it showed me some secure, I need to click accept there. Okay, yeah, so finally we need to run. Okay, we have the Cucumber JSON formatter now. Okay, and we have used these commands to make it executable. Okay, so this part is finished. Now let's go back to here. Here they are saying JSON formatter and how to install formatter is given here. Do that first. Okay, we done it. Okay, once we done that, what he's saying to change this here, change here, instead of HTML here. Earlier we have HTML right here. Now yeah, currently we have HTML. Okay, in this we have HTML, but now what he's saying is JSON. Okay, JSON enable, and then you have to output the JSON report. So what is happening here is, instead of HTML report, output the JSON report. Okay, in JSON format. Okay, this will say to this processor to output the report in a JSON format. Okay, so now I'm removing this HTML and putting it as JSON, and it is enabled true, and the formatter, so use this formatter. So whatever Cypress output is there, to convert the Cypress output into JSON output, you need this Cucumber JSON formatter. Okay, so which we already downloaded and put it in this path. Okay, now formatter, so I need to specify that formatter path. Okay, formatter here. So anyway, we use the same path, right? So we can say dot slash JSON formatter. It's in the JSON formatter folder with the name cucumber hyphen JSON hyphen formatter, right? So cucumber hyphen JSON hyphen formatter. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else? Yeah. Now what? Where should be the output present? Where should that output should present? We need to mention. So the path you need to give where you want that output. Okay. So here the output is I'm giving the same output as in that as it is here. Okay, so JSON logs slash report.json report.json. So whatever report it generates in this file, which is in this folder. Okay, JSON logs. So it will create a JSON logs folder and put that report inside this report.json file. Okay, so that's what we did now. Okay, so once it is done, if we execute, we can see the JSON report file created under output path. So if he's saying, if we execute, let's say uh, npx Cypress run, I need to see the a folder to be created with the name JSON logs, and there should be a file name report.json. Yeah, if we did all these steps correctly, we should see the output folder, JSON logs folder. Okay, so once it is done, so if you see here, we should get JSON logs. Yeah, see, if you see here, we have JSON logs folder, right? So it is reports.json, and if I click here, whatever the output is been converted into JSON format. Okay, the report is converted into JSON format. So status is passed, all these things. So keyword is when, and keyword, this is the scenario name, and so on. Okay, so that report is being generated in the JSON format now. Okay, so once it is done, now we are using this. Now we need to use multiple Cucumber HTML reporter. Okay, so let's see if we have that already. We don't have that, right? We have only these packages. Okay, these are the packages we have. So I have to install that one. So npm install multiple Cucumber HTML reporter with hyphen. So multiple hyphen Cucumber hyphen HTML hyphen reporter. It will install this reporter. Oh, I didn't mention hyphen save dev. Okay, it's yeah. Generally, it's in the dev dependencies, right? So I'm again mentioning this now. We'll move it to the yeah, this dependency. So now if you see dev dependencies, we have multiple hyphen Cucumber hyphen HTML hyphen reporter. Yeah. Yeah. So what after that? So he's saying Once you once we install this, we create a file called reporter.js in the root of the project directory and add below code snippet. Okay, he's saying to add, but it's in the JPEG format. So uh, here actually this code is from this repository. Previously we installed this, right? Formatter. So if you here, I think here it should be. It's not in the formatter. Okay, here multiple, yeah, in the multiple Cucumber HTML reporter in this package, because we installed this one, right? It should be here. Yes, it should be here. Yeah. So this is the code that he's suggesting here as well. Okay, he took the code from here only. Okay, so this package we installed. Okay, and in that package, if you go to that package, you'll find this code. Okay, or else you can directly click here. It will take you to the multiple Cucumber HTML reporter package. So in that package, they already mentioned a sample code. Okay, in order to generate a report. Okay, so this one I'm copying. Okay, Control C, and I'm pasting in a reporter.js in the root folder. Okay, this he told to create a reporter.js .js file. Okay, and paste this code. Any doubt? Yeah. So here, once, yeah, paste the below code in the project root of the project directory. Okay, that's fine. We done it. Now we need to do node reporter.js. Okay, because we already executed this code, we have already the JSON report. So what this node reporter.js command will do is, whatever code in the reporter.js file will run, and it will take the report.json output file, and it will create a report in HTML format. Okay, so before doing executing node command, node reporter.js, we need to make some changes. So here JSON directory and report path, these two paths we need to change. Okay, so here this I'm saying it should convert to ES module. That's fine. Okay, now here JSON directory. So where is the JSON file? We need to tell this. Okay, so it's under JSON logs. Okay, JSON logs. I think directory only we have to mention. So JSON logs slash. Okay, uh, and it will check the report.json automatically. Okay, the report path. Where do you want the report? Okay, let's say I'm saying Cucumber reports. Okay, Cucumber report. Okay, slash. Okay, inside this I want the this HTML file. Okay, so we are under okay. It's like I can say Cucumber report, or because it's a Cypress related one, I want, let's say I want some. It should be inside Cypress. Okay, Cypress Cucumber report. Okay, let's say now I'll save this, and so you can change these values. Okay, you see here it says project. Okay, label project. It's custom project. You can put your name, your project name here. Okay, and so on. Okay, there can be other data as well, that if you can find that in multiple Cucumber. So if you come down here, you can add different you know uh, options here. Okay, different options available here. So based on that, you can put the display duration and so on in this place. Okay, it will mention. You can, if you can read this, if you read this, you can put those things here and then customize based on the project you have. Okay, okay, so now I'm not changing anything. I'm leaving all as it is. So let's see. Now I'm running node reporter dot js, sorry, dot js. Yeah, so now it started running the okay, started, it's also a report here. Okay, so that means I can find that report inside Cypress Cucumber report in the index.html file. So if I go back, so here inside Cypress, right, there is a Cucumber report, and here there is an index.html. If I double click it, so it generated the report. Okay, so total 5 tests pass, including the example files, right? So individually, so here if you see, there is this is the feature name. Okay, three in this there are 3 tests, and all the 3 are passing. Okay, all the 3 are passing here, and so on. If you want to go individually, you can go here and check the individual report. Okay, and if you go down, you'll get given when then. Okay, if you make any error, it will show the error as well. Okay, I just want to show you one failure scenario so that this support step definitions, steps. Okay, Tom Smith here, right? Let's fail the login initial one. Okay, now I'm running again here. Cypress run into X Cypress run. Invalid login should pass for all the 3 examples. Login feature valid should fail and invalid should pass here. Valid login is passed. How come? It's not saved. Step steps. Hmm. User enter valid login feature. Okay. User enter a valid username and password. It should come to the step definitions. Enter a valid username and password. It should fail, right? Why is this passing? Super secret password. It should have the exclamation mark, right? So are we using the same URL? I think we share URL using the same URL. Let's see where we put that config. Yeah, base URL is Heroku only. Okay, let's see that what is happening in the run. Case LPX Cypress open. Let's see what's happening. Okay, first login feature, right? It should be valid login. Valid login. Yeah, it should enter Tom Smith and it should enter wrong password and it should click login. Yeah. Oh, maybe we are not. We are checking with the different. Okay. Maybe here the user should see a message with the user logged in successfully, right? So that one, I think there we have made some. So user. we didn't give any message, I think, right? So indicating user logged in successfully, you get success message, right? Why this is like this? Okay. No, no, no. It's the here we are. It should contain this. This method didn't execute because there's no, parenthesis is missing. The brackets is missing. Okay. So now just now I added this one. That's why. So now it should fail. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What is it? Yeah. Valid login is failed. Okay. Valid login is failed. So if you see the user indicating the user login success, except see expected should contain this one, but okay, you logged in into secure area. Okay, that is not get you're not seeing that, right? Because in yeah, so that's the mistake here. Like we didn't put the parenthesis, that's why it's not calling that method. So earlier there's no parenthesis, so parenthesis is missing. Okay, so if the parenthesis is missing, we are not calling that method anymore. Okay, so when we do this, then only we are calling that method. So once we do that, then it will execute. Okay, so now we can see the JSON. One second. I'm closing this. Okay, now I'm running npx Cypress run. It should now fail and show that in the report. I can delete this folder. Let's see. Yeah, and this one test should fail. Yeah, valid login is failed. Yeah, so here we have JSON logs. So now we can do what we can do is we can say node reporter.js. Yeah, now it generates the Cucumber HTML report. Okay, I can double click this again, and then now it shows. See, uh, in this, okay, in the first feature, out of two features, one feature has a failure. Okay, so in the scenarios, overall 5 scenarios, four are passing. Okay, here there is a status, this one failed, and here it is a tick mark. So if you go to the status that is failed, and you see out of two scenarios, one is failing. So here if you see four steps there are, one step is failing. So you can click here and see what is failing. You can see the error, show error. Okay, it should contain this one, but it doesn't contain this. Okay, you can also see the screenshot. So when you see the screenshot here, okay, it will show the user should okay, here it is, you can see the screen. Okay, where it exactly is failing and all. So that is the benefit of this whole uh, setup, yeah. So this whole setup is required in order to generate a functional reporting. Yeah, so that's how in real time as well we do this thing to this is a one-time setup. Once you do this, after that it will there's no more any coding is not required. It's just a setting, configuration, things like that. Okay, yeah. So this is about the Cypress-BDD framework. Till here, any doubt? Yeah. So now let's go into API automation as well. Yeah, is that okay? Yeah. Okay, I'm opening a new folder which is Cypress API automation. It's an empty folder currently. So we'll see the API testing now. Yeah, how to automate API. So before going for API testing, we need to know what API is and things like that, right? Uh, any idea on what API is and all? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we can uh, go. So for that, I'm taking one free API where this the purpose of this is to practice for practicing. Okay, it's a fake API. Okay, but we can use that for only for practicing and things like that. Okay, so it has these kind of get and post methods. So generally API has in general four different methods, right? Get, post, put, and delete. You have patch as well, but yeah. Okay, so um, so if you see, these are the methods you can these are the resources means endpoints, right? So this is the base URL, json placeholder dot uh, t type typecode dot com, right? So this is the base URL, and these are the endpoints, or you can say resources. So they are saying resources, right? So this is one resource, this is other resource, and so these are so we can access this using these endpoints. Any doubt? Yeah. So now what I want to do is I want to show the CRUD operations. Okay. You in any API you have basically CRUD operations, right? Create, retrieve, update, and delete, right? So these four operations, let's have a look. So how to automate those four operations? Okay. Okay. So let's. Uh, So one second. So this is the URL. Okay. Mm, okay. Let's create for this as well, because it's we are automating using Cypress, right? So we first do what the basic things we do in generally for creating a Cypress project, right? So we do that. What is the first one we do? npm init hyphen y. Yeah. So yeah, this is done. Now npm install Cypress. Now I'm installing Cypress. Okay, npm install Cypress hyphen save hyphen dev dependency. So it created the package.json and package and node modules and package lock.json. Okay, now let's run npx cypress open. Okay, once we do that, it will generate the Cypress folder and cypress.config.js file. So here end to end, and it is generating the config. Continue. Okay, here electron using. Okay, let's create it. Okay, got it. So basic things I've done. Okay, I'm closing it now. Here, if you see, we have a cypress.config.js, and we have Cypress folder, which we have fixtures and support folders as well as E2E. So in E2E, I'm removing this files. You don't need them. Okay, delete. Okay, now inside this E2E, I'm creating a file inside the E2E folder. I'm creating a CRUD API spec dot. Okay, let's say CRUD underscore API underscore spec dot sci.js. Yeah. Okay, so here this is like same similar to Cypress. Generally, we use describe, right? Since we were seeing the BDD concept, we okay, that was a bit different, but in general we use these things, right? So describe uh, takes a string and a arrow function. Okay, this string. So what we are doing is like API automation using Cypress, right? This testing is API automation using Cypress. Can you hear me? So let's say with which API it is JSON placeholder, right? JSON placeholder. So I'm saying JSON placeholder is the it, URL, basically website. So first I'm storing the your base URL. So const, let's say base URL is equal to, I've copied that, so I'm pasting it here. Okay, now from here I'm writing it methods. Okay, it method also takes a string and a add a function. Okay, so first it's like a test. So first one is, let's retrieve all the posts, right? So I'm only so for if we know about one resource, how to access how to do CRUD operations, it will be same for all the other resources. Okay, so I'm using posts now. Okay, so for that first method I'm using get method. Okay, so here my plan is to retrieve list of all the list of posts. Okay, retrieve list of posts. Retrieve retrieve list of posts. Okay, so now, okay, for this, what we have, if you go for the request, what is the request we need to send is will be mentioned, right? This is the JSON. So if I go to the post, get post. So um, yeah, these are all the requests, right? You can do. Sorry, these are all the response. Once you put get, you want all the posts, right? So we need the responses like this, right? So in order to get, what we have to do, we have to just give this post here, right? So for the base URL, if you give this endpoint, right, it should give all the list of all the posts. Yeah. So for that, so you need to say sci.request. Okay, sci.request. It's a request, right? Request response, basically. Right. So in this request, uh, I'm I'm using this flower brackets. Okay. Here I'm saying method is get. Okay. So this get method should be in a inverted commas, inverted quotes. Okay. So basically, I'm creating an object. Okay. So now URL. What is the endpoint? Whole URL is nothing but base URL slash posts, right? So for that, I need to concatenate. So I'm using this backticks, yeah. So and also I'm using dollar lower brackets, and I'm saying base URL. Okay, so this will give the base URL slash posts, because that's the endpoint. Okay, this is the endpoint, so we get the base URL and then slash posts. Clear? So after that, uh, dot then, once we get what we have to do now, what is that? Once we, when I click this endpoint, what happened? We got all the responses, right? So in the then, we are catching that response. Okay, okay, response. Okay, in the floor, it's a arrow function. Okay, so here we are catching that response. Okay, now we need to assert, right? Basically, what we are testing, we are testing whether the whether we got the response, and we need whatever the uh, details we want in that response, are they present or not, that we need to check, right, as part of testing. So for that, here whenever a request is successful, we'll see the 200 response, right? uh, okay, whenever a request is successful, we'll see 200 response. So that means we are expecting to see in the response status as 200. So expect response dot status, okay, dot 2 dot equals dot eq 200. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, next, another thing we are expecting, it is mentioned here, there are how many posts in total? 100 posts. So we need to see whether the length of that whole list is 100. Okay, list that list length should be 100. So we are expecting that response dot body. Okay, response, now it's a body, right? Inside body we have all that list. Response dot body dot 2 dot have, so 2 dot have dot length 100. Okay, so this response, um, response spelling mistake, sorry. Okay, so yeah, okay, so now we can run this. Okay, npx Cypress open, we can see, let's see in the browser. Yeah, see here, since it doesn't have any UI, right? It's a backend, right? So it just get the JSON, uh, and then it will assert, right? So it will be very quick. Okay, it doesn't need to find elements, in the front end. So there is no front end, right? So it will be very very fast. So here if you see, it's 200, and array has length 100 as well. Okay, yeah. So that is a get statement. Now let's see the post statement. I'm doing it on in one place. So in it it takes two arguments. One is string and other is a function. Okay, so here now it's a post method. That means I'm creating a new one. Okay, so post, I'm saying post method, it's a post method. So we are trying to see, create a new post, create a new post. So this post and this post is different. Okay, this is a method. Okay, post method in general, right? Method is post. These are like different posts in the here. These posts are different. This is an endpoint. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, so here now side dot request, again same side dot request. We have we need to say what request we are providing here. So method here, now method is post. Okay, this should be in double quotes. Okay, method is post. Now same URL is same, this one. For post URL is this one, but what will change? Generally for post, the method is post. That means we need to send a body. Okay, so we need to send a body. So what is the inside body? What inside body should contain? We will see that in the post method. Okay, so post get method. So what is the body we have? So generally this details will be provided by will be these details will be provided by developers. Okay, so the details will be provided here. What is the post here? Okay, examples guide is given here. Okay, so as part of this is getting all list to creating a, so creating a resource. Okay, so they have already given. So this is the body they're using. Okay, so in body we have title, body, and then user ID. Okay, so same thing we will use. Okay, let's say yeah, we can put anything. So title here is showing anything you can give. Let's say test -1. Okay, next body, it's a post test. Okay, um, body is post test, and there should be user ID. Okay, user ID, here user ID is 1, they're saying. Okay, let's say user ID is 1. Okay, we can, I think we can give any user ID, but yeah, let's go with 1. So user ID is 1, but what I want to so once this request is done, so from here to here, okay, dot, once the request is done, we need to catch the response. So using then, so then that inside then again there is a arrow function. Okay, so here then inside then we are catching that response. Okay, this response, now we can use this response now in order to test. So for whenever anything is created, any post is created, in this case the status will be 201. So for creation, status will be 201. For getting, the status will be 200 in case of success. Okay, when a product is successfully created, when the post is successfully created, we'll get a response of 201 201. So we need to check whether the response status is 201 or not. If it is not 201, it will fail. Okay, so what we are expecting here is expect response dot status response dot status dot to dot equal how much, 2 not 1. Yeah, that is one expectation. Other expectation, we can check each and every, you know, every property here. Okay, first property is title, so we can check title should be equal to test1. Okay, so expect so just copy this one till here. Expect response dot body should be body to have 2 dot have dot property. Okay, so this the property, right? We are checking the property. So property, which property we are checking? Let's say we are checking title. Okay, title should be test1, test-1, right? So similarly, we can check other properties. Okay, I'm copying this and pasting this one. So here instead of title now it's body. So body should be post test. Yeah, post test. Next, another property which is ID. So now user ID should be equal to 1. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this. Okay. Let's see that in the. So see, it's already run. You see that because it's so fast. It's a backend one only. Just a yeah. So it's so fast and it run and it's passing. Okay. So that is about post. So what is the difference is like we added the body here. Okay, in the request, because even though the endpoints are same, because the method is post here, and and also we are sending the body. Okay, this whole thing is successful and returning the response. Okay, so this is about get and post. Let's see a put method which is used to update, right? So okay, it's a put method. So this is just a text. We can put any text here, okay? Because it's a test. What is the test we are doing? We are just mentioning here, okay? It can be anything here. Okay? It's a string. Okay, so we are updating we are checking whether the update is working or not. So update a post. Update a post. Okay. It takes an arrow function. Yeah. So here, similarly, same side dot request. Side dot request. So here again I'm passing that request in a in a JSON in this format, object format. Okay, so update, right? So here the method should be, earlier it is get and post, now here it is put. Yeah, so I'm using put method, comma, now again URL, right? Same URL is which one you are trying to update. Okay, so how to update, you can see that in here. Okay, it will say how to update. So in the update put for put to function, you have to use this endpoint. Are you getting? Yeah, these things will be given by the developer itself. Okay, so once we get that, we can use that here. So what we have is double quotes and then again dollar base URL, okay, slash this it's post slash post slash 1, because we created one, let's update one. Okay, okay, now once URL is done, because it's an update method, put method, we also provide the body, right? So body here I'm saying id is 1. Okay, for id 1, right, we are trying to do that. So id is 1. um, One second, we can check that as well here. So here there's a post uh, updating it. So id, yeah, id is 1, user id is different and id is different. Okay, so that's what they're mentioning here. Previous, yeah, user id. So yeah, id is id. So for the first id 1, so these details I need to mention. I'm just copying here. Okay, and pasting it here. Okay, so id is 1. No, but title is not full, right? We are updating, we can update anything, right? I'm right. Yeah, test updated, I'm saying. Okay, and here body is body updated, let's say. Okay, can say anything, but yeah. So that is about the request. Now once we get the request, right, we need to catch it using then. Okay, then takes an arrow function. Okay, and inside then we are sending the response. Okay, so we can use this response to check. Okay, assert. So I'm saying expect generally what will be the uh, response, even for the expect as well, for this as well, it will be response status will be 200. Okay, so expect response dot status dot 2 dot equals equals 200. Okay, so after this again expect response dot body. So in body we can say again all these things, right? Title, we can check all the properties basically. Okay, so I'm copying this. Okay, the same things we are trying to check here whether those things are updated or not. Okay, instead body. Okay, dot to which one I have copy, just a second. Expect here to here. Let's see. And I'm pasting here. Yeah. Okay, so title is updated with this test updated, right? Okay, let's just body updated. Yeah, so I think and user ID should be 1, right? Okay, so it's already should be passed. Yeah, it's already passed. Okay, because it's already in the live. Okay, as we change, as we save it, it starts keep running again. Okay, so if you want, I can run it again. Which, sorry, this one. Yeah. Okay, so it is checking all these things. Yeah, so that is about update, and then we have delete, right? Okay, delete again. It takes 2 arguments. One is a string and other is an arrow function. Okay, in it we have we are checking delete, right? So I'm saying delete. It's a delete test. So we are checking delete. Delete a post. It will delete a post. Okay. So here again side dot request. Yeah. So it will take again this one. So here method is delete, method is delete, URL URL is same like backticks. This is dollar this URL slash for delete we can generally it should be similar, but let's check. For delete we have post/1. Okay, so it will be post/1. So that is the endpoint. Once but for delete, do we need to give any body? No need. So because we are giving the ID, so it will select that ID and it will delete it. Okay, we are saying ID equal to 1, right? Like post/1 means ID is 1. We are providing ID here. Yeah. So once that is deleted, what we are checking, we need to take the response, right? Dot dot then okay, here same response. We are passing the response here inside then, and then inside this arrow function we are using that response. So what generally if it is successful, we generally say we generally check whether the status is 200 or not. Okay, except for create, all the other successful methods will have 200. For create it will be 201 response status. Okay, so now we are expect response dot status dot to dot equal 200. Yeah. Okay, so if we save and I'll see here, what is that? Mm, so this should not be here, I think. Start up here. Yeah. Okay. So this one, some brackets is missing. So one second. So this one should be okay. There should be another. This way. Yeah. Okay, now it should work. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, but it is deleted right now. If you say, if we want to verify that whether the delete is working or not, we need to check with the get method. Okay. We need to see whether if I get with this one ID, whether I'm able to get it or not. So basically what I'm trying to do is we need to see whether it is failing or not. Okay, so here if I try to retrieve it, it should fail. Yeah, so it method, again it takes two arguments, one is a string and the other is another function. We should be careful about this. Okay, so get we are trying to verify whether the post after the deletion, whether the post exists or not after the deletion. Okay, so post verification after deletion. Yeah. Okay, so here again side.request. I'm using the same thing here. Let's see. Sorry. Yeah, I'll change that. Yeah, yeah. So here method is get. Okay, base your base URL is same, but here we are trying to check whether the fail status code fail on status code. Okay, so it should check. It should get 200, and response body should be null basically. Okay, it should give the response. Okay, response should be successful, but the response body in response body it should be null. Okay, the post should not present in that body in the response. Okay, expect dot response dot body should be null. Okay, response dot body dot dot 1 second, what I'm trying to check here. Okay, well, let's see the 200 one, whether it is passing or not. Okay, okay, we are retrieving the body, is it? Which means okay, let's check here what we are seeing. So here we have delete third, right? So if I say this one, see and slash here. Okay, so here this is post slash one, right? I need delete method. So okay, here if I go this, if I click here, what I'm seeing this ID equal to 1. Actually, it is not changing here. It's because it's a fake one. Maybe it's getting this. Okay. So for delete, what we have to do, it should be mentioned here. This one, the guide. We can check the guide how it is working. So let's see the guide. Okay, so listing all resources, creating a resource, updating a resource, patching a resource, deleting a resource. Method delete. Okay, this is okay. But I want to get one single record, one single post, getting a resource. Okay. Okay, so here, yeah, this one, we're getting a resource. Okay, let's see what is the response. Once we do this, what is the response we are expecting? Okay, if that is the case, if the post is there, we are expecting this, right? Yeah, so let's check if it should fail actually. If delete is passing, this should fail. See what is there here? Title of this, but got this one. Okay, yeah, the other one. Okay, are you getting? So one, what is happening is, since it is deleted, now one is this one, the one which we have here, sun not. Okay, yeah. So even though it is getting one here, it is not matching with this. Okay, we can yeah. Uh, yeah, we can check using these things. Okay, I can directly paste this one. Okay, and then see here, I can say I should not see that, so I should see this instead. Okay, and I should see this in the body instead. Okay, so yeah, okay, Now it should pass. It will pass, right? Obviously. Yeah. So that's how it works. Okay. That's how we can automate the API testing. Okay. Um, yeah. I hope. Yeah. Any questions to here? Okay. I think this is done now. If any questions you have, we can catch up. Yeah. Okay. I'll stop recording.